This is Nancy Newhard. We're here with the winners of the Fx2 Regional Photography Award show. Our judge is Rick Sheridan from Roanoke. Rick, tell us a little bit about your background. I know you worked for a museum in New York.
Yeah, I was chief photographer at the American Museum of Natural History for a number of years, and we did tens of thousands of black and white prints from the photo collection in the library that we would sell to publications around the world. And so this was something I've been very immersed with my whole life. Prior to that, I was a staff photographer at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center in New York City, and that was taking pictures, scientific pictures, as well as publicity pictures, and a whole range of photography. Yeah, my partner Annie Schultz and I have a gallery in Roanoke called Art on First at the corner of Kirk Avenue and First Street, and we do call for artists every other month at theme shows. And we also have now added, with the help of the Roanoke Photography Collective, black and white darkroom that's open to membership. So you can contact us through our website, which is artonfirst.com, and see if you would like to learn or get back into black and white photography.
Best in Show is by Bonnie Keyser from Covington, and tell us why you chose this one.
Yeah, I chose this one because for portraiture, you want to have somebody having some underlying emotion coming across. And she has quite a poignancy going on and some ambivalence. The dog is being a dog, just being happy. But there's a whole range of emotions happening here that she was able to capture.
Okay.
Because you also have to, in photographs, you have to try to tell a story, have something going on. So when you look at the photograph, you're curious. It makes you get more involved with the image of what's happening. What is this person thinking about? What is he seeing out here? What's going on in his world?
And it's Jada Calendar's photo called Just Because. First place in the macro still life category is Conrad Madiak's piece about old books.
And this again has a story going on. Is this something salvaged from a flood or from some kind of disaster or somebody's basement? And so you kind of want to know what's happening about this. What are the books about? What can you find out about?
A perfect example of paperwork.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about one of the black and white pieces here. This is Ruth Sturgill from West Virginia's image of a 1930s Duesenberg. So,
yeah, which on the surface here on the lit side, it's really well rendered and quite well done. The blacks are really deep, but what she needed to do to separate this, it's merging, it's very flat because it's going off into the background. She needs to bring a light in from behind and do little edge lights on this parts, which will separate that from the background.
Okay.
And make it much more three-dimensional.
And we've got that one in the landscape category that we can talk about with edge lights too. So, for it.
Yeah, so in this image, to improve it, you need to bring in more light in here and open up the eyes so this doesn't all block up, which black and white, when it all blocks up, you have no information. You can't see what it is or what's going on or telling your story. And also, that's where you can bring in some light here and open up the eyes, bring in some light here, open up the muzzle. But then in here with the buffalo, they have the same problem of trying to separate them out from each other. And their heads merge here because the blacks are all blocking up. I like this one a lot for first place, but I think it could be enhanced if the blacks were actually more black. It's a little soft. It looks good though. I like it, but it could be enhanced.
Okay. First place in the landscape category is Dan Jones of Fincastle with a piece called Nature and Sunset Walk the Ridgeline. So tell me.
Yeah, well, this really captures and points out the benefit of having edge lighting in your photography. So you separate from layer to layer. And so he's able to stack all these layers up here because he caught all this natural light in here, which he may have enhanced in Photoshop or something, but the whole idea of it is to create those edges so you get depth of field and you get much more of a three-dimensional feel to a two-dimensional object.
And knowing Dan, he probably just stood there until it was perfect and got it.
And got it. He waited.
Because he's not a manipulator.
You wait until it happens. But
Yeah.
he did capture this, and the mist in there helped separate it out as well. And because he has some information in the foreground, it's not this big dark slab here. It's broken up as well.
Okay. First place in the abstract category is Chuck Alvarez from Clifton Forge. His piece is called Enchanted Forest. What appealed to you?
I like the composition that he had here, and it starts with something that looks very familiar, the trees, but then they go up here and they merge and become much more magical, as his title suggests.
In the stop slow motion category, we have this wonderful jellyfish image.
Yeah, and I like this because it's almost like a dance of the jellyfish, so the stop motion of their movement as they're breathing and moving around.
Okay, and that one is by Lisa Minix from Roanoke.